Jen from Desert Plants of Avalon in the north of Ireland, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about why your cactus plant is bending over or leaning over. And I hope the title of this video gave you a smile, guys. Now, first of all, these are my 3 mammillaria cactus plants that, as you can see, are clearly bending right over, leaning over. And I wanted to actually leave these to go like that so I could show a bit of an example in this video. Now, there's many reasons why a cactus plant will bend over, grow to the side. Some are not so serious, some can be very serious, and some are not serious at all. Now, first of all, it all depends on what type of cactus you have, because many cactus plants do have this leaning over habit, and they do this in their natural habitats. These are my 3 old mammillaria cactuses here. This is my mammillaria formosa and 2 mammillaria spinosimas, and I have to regularly turn these around because they have a bit of a habit of growing towards the sunshine. Here they are in the polytunnel, they get plenty of light, and the sun comes in from this across this way in the mornings. And even though it's bright in here, they still tend to lean towards the sun. And if I don't turn them around regularly, they would just literally lean right over. Also, mammillaria type of cacti, as they mature, they tend to do this. They have a natural habit of leaning over the pot. And very large mature specimens, you'll often see them in hanging baskets, hanging down like big fat sausages. And that's just something that they do. They do have this growth pattern in them. But personally, if it annoys you and you don't like them hanging over like that, I recommend turning them around every few days so they tend to keep more upright. These are getting older, and as they will naturally tend to lean over more like into a sausage shape. These are only small here. These are other mammillarias I've got, but these are also sort of growing in that sausage leaning over shape. It's very normal for these type of cacti to do it. I'll also show you some other examples here. I've got a clyster cactus here, and that's also the big stem at the top that's all leaning over. That's how it grows. And these here, echinocereus here, this gentry, as you can see, like sausage big thick stems that hang over the pot there. That is completely normal for this type of cactus. It's part of its growth habit. The same with Chamaecerus, a lot of the peanut cactus as well. They have that pendant sort of hanging over the pot appearance. This is also normal. And here another one, echinocereus here, it's a perfect example. That's normal, nothing to worry about. As is a few other examples. Let me show you here. My monkey's tail, that's normal for it to grow like that, to hang down as well. So if you have these type of cactus plants, you don't need to panic. This is normal and not a sign that there's anything wrong there. However, saying that, if a cactus plant is suddenly starting to lean over to the one side and it's bending over, there can be some reasons, and I'm going to talk about the not so serious one now. And that will be maybe if it's either not getting enough light or it's getting too much light. If a cactus plant suddenly puts on a huge growth spurt, you're suddenly having a few days of very sunny, hot weather and it's behind the glass, it can suddenly encourage it to suddenly shoot up and grow right towards the sun in the window and it leaning over. Now, if that's the case, you just need to turn it around and it will straighten itself up again. And the same as well, if it's not growing in enough light, it will grow stretched, and then it will go thin and desperately try and reach as much light as it can towards the position of where the light is coming in from. And they're sort of semi-serious reasons, because they can be corrected if you correct it early enough. So obviously give the plant even more light, or make sure you turn it around if it's getting plenty of light. And the next one will be the most serious one, and that is if you notice that a cactus plant is suddenly leaning over to the side. And this is particularly worrisome if you have cactus plants that are not meant to hang over the side like some of the bendy cacti do, like the mammillarias, for example. These here are gymnocalciums and ferrocactus. They're globular cacti. So if suddenly I noticed one of these was leaning over the pot or it's falling onto its side, I'd be very worried, because it's often a sign that there's something wrong either with the cactus itself or something wrong with its root system. So I would recommend in that case taking it out of its pot, checking over the roots, check there's no signs of annoying insect pests such as vine weevils and root mealybugs, or mealybugs in general, because mealybugs on the foliage would also sometimes cause a plant to diminish and just fall onto its side. And deal with it if that is the case. Also a sign of a rotting cactus. If you have a cactus that is suddenly sort of leaning onto the side, looks like it's coming out of its pot, it could be down to a problem that the cactus is rotting, or it's rotting at the base, or the roots have rotted. So do get it out and treat it immediately should you notice that. If you're not sure what type of cactus you have and you don't know whether it's meant to grow like that, then I recommend just getting it out the pot anyway and checking over the root system, and also checking the cactus to be on the safe side. So I hope you found that video useful, guys. Should you have a bendy cactus and you're not quite sure whether it's meant to be doing that, and I always think it adds a little bit of character to them. I'm going to be turning these around now, so it's going into the other direction, so it will have a chance to sort of grow then towards the other direction and straighten up a little bit. But I know over time, the more mature these mammillarias get, they will eventually just hang over anyway. And you know, they might make lovely hanging baskets over time, because these type of cacti do eventually sort of pup around the base as well, and you get multiple big sausage-like stems hanging over. So thank you so much for watching, everybody, and if you haven't done already, please do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook for lots of beautiful flowering photos that I'm going to have coming up very soon on there. And if you haven't checked out my website, do check out that as well, desertplantsofAvalon.com. I want to send you lots of love and happiness, and have an amazing plant-powered day.